Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. Today was a wild ride. We saw the S&P gap up. It was up almost 50 points at one point, and then from there just went straight down, and it found support. And then from there, we rallied back up, and it closed exactly where we where we closed yesterday. So it was a whole lot of moving around, and this move caught me by surprise. I mean, I was actually looking to short the gap open, and before I even was able to put the trade in, the S&P was down a ton, so I just waited for the low on it. But I'm sorry about the reports yesterday. I've been doing this coding for that software that I've been showing you really since Saturday, because I wasn't really happy with having to have it on having it on an Excel sheet. It's still good. You could still use that. It's awesome. But I really wanted to be able to put it on charts and make it a lot easier, and that's what I've been doing. And I think I just got myself sick because coding is not a fun thing to do at all. You're going back and forth with the computer, figuring out what's going on, and it literally took me days, but I think we finally got the working version. And so what it basically, I'm going to go through a couple things before I give you what I think is going on, because these charts will tell a pretty good story. So the way it works right here, it works on all different time frames. So you basically want to catch the bars. So from this bar to this bar. So if we just take our cursor here and say, this is how many bars we want to go back here, and it shows you right here, seven. I'm pointing at my screen. The 78 bars. So that's really what you do, is when you from there you go and you put it into the software, and you're just putting in look back. This is 90. Say let's just do 80. It makes no difference really. It should be the same chart, and yeah, you can see it is. So basically what happens is once you put it in, you really, what you want to do is once it makes this high and the low, that's where you want to put in the bars, and it's only going to be a few. But what happens is it generates this resistance zone. So from here to here, you can see this is exactly where it ran into. And here's our time frame. So everything that I was showing you on that software is now on the charts. But once we ran into it, you can see this is where sellers started coming in. And if it holds it down, it's just telling you where things should be held down right here. And if it does, now it's giving you your downside targets. So here you can see the first one is just a matchup like a double bottom. That's the way I kind of set this software up. So the first target would be the 69.12. Second one's going to be the 68.98. And then the third one is down at the 68.80 level. So this all generates right from it. And I'll show you, I'll give you a pretty good example of how it works. So from here, you can see, let's just measure the bars. I think it should be the same one. I don't think we're doing anything different here. So we're going to go 30, because it's an hourly chart. So you can see right on the screen, it's 6 days, 13 hours, 34 bars. That's what we want. So I'm going to delete that and take this off, and now go into my settings and go into my institutional, and we're at number 4. This is how many I did. And then from there, this is where you want to change it to 80, and you're there, boom. And now it's going to, hang on one second, let me just see something. I think I may have done it wrong. This is actually just, hang on one second. Okay, I put in the wrong bars. It's 40 bars because we're on an hourly chart. So let's just do 42 to have enough in there. Hit this, okay. This is our support zone now. So basically what it's saying, from this high to this low, this is going to be the buy area. And if it comes down here and support holds, now it's giving you your upside targets. So these are the time periods that is saying that if it's off of your GAN 45, 90, 180, it's going to be, these are the time periods that we're looking that some type of reversal would take place. But this is, it's actually pretty cool. I was using it today. So basically, we have these, we had some sell signals going into this high right here, but it's not really a proper sell signal that where a top would be in. So if we come down, you can see we already our momentum has moved down. And if we actually come down, we could go back up, and then what happens is we're just going to redraw this. and it's this probably going to bring our buy target up higher on it. But from this low to this high, this is where it's suggesting where you want to buy. So if it comes down into these levels and it holds, then we're looking, these are going to be the next upside targets. And it kind of matches the our Astro map as well, where we're looking, for some time right around the 17th, where it's going to be green light for the bulls, and we should have a really nice rally heading into mid-March into April. So if we pop up, we really just want to keep an eye on these levels right here. If they take them out, then we're probably heading up to the targets before we even got there. But this is set up for the targets. And but like I said, right now, the bulls stepped in right at the 200-day moving average on the hourly. So if they get below it, then this is going to be our downside target. Now, taking a look at the 15-minute chart. Did I have this? Hang on one second. I want to do 15s. Okay. So it's really the same thing. If we're going to put these in, I'm actually I already have it in, so I'm just going to unload it here. And again, it's just showing us the same targets that we have on it. So it's down at these levels here because it's really just going from this high to this low. And now, but again, when you do it from a high to a low, we've been doing low to high, you can see it gives the resistance. So it works out. It's actually really, really cool, because if we take a look at IWM, and I'm going to go through everything, I promise you. I'm just kind of a little excited that this got done. But this is measuring it from this bar here up to here, and you can see this down. And I just really was showing this in the trade room, because what happens is, from when we had this big decline here, this big rise, and then we had that quick decline, it came right into the buy zone, and then from here, these are our upside targets. So if IWM can continue higher, we're looking at the 276. Well, the top right here would be the 271, but then we're looking at 276 and then 281. So the buy zone was there, but now if we take a look and say, all right, well, now let's just measure the bars that we did today from this low to this high, came right into the buy zone right here. And now we want to find out, was this just a quick one, or are we going to go lower? And if we look, now we're going from this low, this high to this low, and it's saying this is our resistance zone. So it's given us everything that's going on, the different times that you want to look for it. And I use them, but I'm really, I don't really trade 100% off at a time. If we're going into resistance and we're heading into a time period like that, to me, that's a pretty good short signal. But right now with IWM, this is really, it is the resistance zone. We came up to the 65.54, up to the 266.45. If that gets held down, these are our targets. So on IWM, we had these sell signals going in. So this move right here did not surprise me at all, because I was looking for a bit of a pullback, and that's pretty much what we got right there. And this just could be in wave A, B, and then we're going to make a wave C. So we have to just keep an eye on things. But right here, you can see we're pretty overbought already on the 15-minute chart. And we had some sell signals on the 5-minute chart. So I keep an eye on these areas right here. But just looking past this and going into the time periods that we're looking at, from into February, like February 17th into like mid-March, into that area, April, we're probably going to be seeing new highs. We're going to get a quick pullback, but really you want to stay on the bullish side until August. That's really the kill zone that we're looking for, where we're going to have probably the yearly top hit, and we really want to be out of any quantum stocks. We want to be out of, we really want to, I'm not saying to jump in and out of IRAs or anything like that, but just I would be very careful being aggressive on the long side, because if we just take a look at the daily chart on the S&P here, and what you can see, we had this dip right here. It was pretty quick, but these sell signals have been in place for quite some time, and eventually we're going to get that drop that's going to bring us down somewhere into these levels here. It all depends on when we start that, because it may be, the S&P may be all the way up at 7,400. So I would stick right now. If we see some weakness, I'd use it as a buying opportunity. Just don't be too quick with it. We went up pretty quickly. But I think the bearish time period that we're looking for, it's kind of at the very, very tail end of it. So we don't have that many more trading days. So break out your wish list on these when we get it. I think that the next move is going to be pretty powerful to the upside, even though this one has. But I still think the whole thing with the government possibly shutting down, we got to be a little bit careful about that, because the street doesn't like uncertainty, and as much as I can care less if they shut down or not, as long as the TSA is open and they don't disrupt the airports. Heck, I think they're better off with it, because they've been killing us, and the reason why they're there is it seems to shut the market, shut the government down. So hopefully they'll get their act together, because it's getting kind of frustrating from the sidelines. But that's going to be really the black swan right now that we got to keep an eye on. So I would, I'd be cautiously bullish right now. And, if we get pullbacks, don't be too quick to jump back into it, because I wouldn't be surprised if we do come down into these levels here and test it, and even test the lows, because we had some bullish divergences on it. So we could come down and test them. That's it. And you saw what kind of panic everybody had just on 3 days down, and now everybody's bullish again. But I'm definitely leaning more on the bullish side of things. So with that, enjoy the rest of your night. I will be putting some stuff out about the software. The 160, the price that is, that's actually gone on it. We already got the people who purchased it, but you get a lot more now with this new price that's going to be coming in, where you can put them right into your Thinkorswim charts. I'm actually have it working on getting it into the Trader View as well. But those are really the two charting systems that we could put this in. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.